Welcome to this week's episode of Off-Grid Alpaca Life with Dave and Nicole. This week we are leaving the farm and taking our two most favorite alpacas to a wedding. And it's Dave's birthday, so I make him a special pair of alpaca slippers to keep his feet warm this winter. Plus, we receive a phone call from someone down in the valley who has an orphaned baby alpaca that needs rescuing. Be sure to watch this entire episode to fully experience the off-grid alpaca life with us. And don't forget to subscribe. Thank you. Oh boy. So we're getting ready to head out to this wedding. And since it's a long drive for us, we actually have to put our babies in the barn, turn the lights on, and get this all secure before we take off because we won't be home until after dark. And so we want to keep our babies safe. So here's the babies. And then it's also a little bit risky for us to be leaving the farm together as well because we have our mama Fiona that still hasn't had her baby yet. She is just holding on to it. She's a couple weeks overdue. So we're keeping her in the barn, but she has an open pen and access to the breezeway in case she does go into labor. It's important that she has plenty of space to walk and roll. And then here's our little female baby Dancer. We are keeping her separate from the male babies for now because they are all much bigger than she is.
Bye, ladies.
We are taking Neptune and Cacao to be the stars of this wedding today. They are two alpacas that I have really bonded to and worked with the most. However, they have hardly ever left our farm. Like Cacao maybe has left once and Neptune has maybe left twice. So they're not used to trailering and going on adventures. So this is very much a new experience for them.
Let's go up.
We are a fully operating alpaca ranch, meaning we breed and sell alpacas for a living. We have lots of babies born every spring and every fall, so I can't bond to every animal that's born on our farm because sometimes we're just a starting point or a stopping point on an animal's journey before we place them with somebody else. But Neptune and Cacao are what I call alpaca royalty, meaning they are not for sale and they will be staying with our family for their entire lives.
Hey, buddy.
Every time we leave our farm, it begins and ends with a 15-mile journey down a long dirt road.
Oh, they're both eating. So we made it to the front of the dirt road. Have the animals. And we're gonna switch now, and I'm gonna drive for a little bit, and Dave's gonna help me learn how to pull a trailer. I've only ever pulled a trailer on our farm, and that's the water trailer, never an animal trailer.
She's gonna do well. This is Nicole's first trailer driving lesson. Nicole, how is it going?
It's easier than I expected, actually.
So we're gonna pull up here and then I'm gonna give her first backy lesson. So that things will get a little more complicated here soon. And then you can just stop right here.
Right here?
Yep. And then put the car in reverse. And then when you back up, you just want to use your mirrors.
So, but which way do I want?
Just go straight. Just you don't have to go anyway. So just so you get the feel for it, straight. Look at your mirrors.
I like to look over my shoulder.
Well,
And what's the benefit of using the mirrors and not looking over the shoulder?
because you can see behind the trailer with the mirrors. You can't see behind the trailer looking over your shoulder.
I'm pretty sure it's the same.
Okay. How's that going? Get the feel for it? Are you staying straight?
It seems pretty straight.
Okay, so let's go up again. Okay, So let's try it again, and then turn the wheel left or right. So whatever direction you turn the steering wheel, the trailer will go the opposite way.
Okay, so I want the trailer to go that way, so I'm going to turn the wheel to my left.
Correct.
Oops.
In reverse. So you don't have to turn real sharp. The trailer will start turning, and then you can follow the trailer with the steering wheel. How's that going?
So now when it's pretty tight like that, I kind of go back to the other way.
Yeah, but you got to get in the habit of using your mirrors and not looking over your shoulder. Okay, so let's try going the other way.
I'll straighten it out first.
Yep, straighten it out and then go the other way, but try to use your mirrors this time.
Okay, so I want the trailer to go to the left, so I'm going to turn the wheel to the right.
Mm-hmm. And you don't have to turn a lot just to get it going. So once it starts tracking, you can follow it. You don't have to overcompensate what you're doing. So you want to make slower steering wheel turns. Does that make sense? Try it again. Okay, you're gonna jackknife the trailer. Turn the trailer to your left. Don't turn the steering wheel as sharp. And just, you don't have to go back and forth. So just start it and keep it that direction like you're doing. And then if it starts turning too sharply, start turning the steering wheel back. There you go, and it'll straighten out. How's that going?
It's going pretty good.
Yeah, it seems a little more,
show them.
it seems more fluid. So you don't need to fight it. Do you know what I mean by that?
Yeah.
You don't have to like jerk the steering wheel back and forth. Just be a little more steady and fluid with it.
So like if I was trying to back into a spot,
That's an advanced lesson.
Runway.
These people are probably wondering what you're doing. Do you feel
There we go.
complete? Do you
Yeah,
feel-
so I just backed into that imaginary spot.
Okay, good.
We just got to the venue. I gotta get in the trailer and get Cacao and Neptune ready to go.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Go boys. Go boys. Go boys. Circle. 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 Stand. Stand. Good boy. It's a good boy. That's a good boy. That's a good boy. Stand. Okay. Stand. I'm like, yeah, Stand. Good boy. And then Cacao, Neptune. Pull down a little bit. Try to lift it. Circle. Yeah, circle.
Cheyenne, you just treat it like a horse. You know this. Perfect. Just look there, guys. What is that one doing?
Cacao.
They're so cute.
That's good boys.
If you can. They're like, what? They're like, so cute.
Eva! Evie!
They're so cute. I think I got it.
They're so cute!
Good morning. I am going to make a pair of slippers today for Dave, my husband. Basically, I'm going to try to replicate these. He wants slippers that he can slide on and off easily for, walking around the lodge, stoking the fire at night, those types of things. So I'm actually gonna use some of our Navajo churro fiber. This is fiber from our sheepies. We do have a small herd of churros on our farm. And churro fiber is really good for making items that you want to be a lot more durable. So I'm going to use the churro fiber predominantly for the outside of the sole of the slipper. You can see this large spiral tapestry. Actually, that's churro fiber. That's 100% churro fiber that I didn't even wash or card or anything, and it's a really beautiful piece. But anyhow, this is churro fiber that's actually been processed. So I'm gonna start this project and hopefully I finish it today or tomorrow.
I like to play high vibrational music as I'm making art, and each item I make is a ceremony of devotion to the alpacas and to the fleece, and especially when I'm making something for my husband.
Her grace is so amazing. She knocks me off my shoes. Holy mother of my heart, I am here for you. And wherever we may go, whatever is to be, just know this love is true. 'Cause you're my sunshine, the candle in the night. And thank you for all your love, for looking in, for giving what you're here to give. Hallelujah. Oh, 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 oh. I feel lifted.
When I am wet felting, the fiber goes through so many different phases before finally making its way to completion. You can see that here in the video. These slippers started out as a pile of beautiful nothing, and through the ancient technique of wet felting, I am giving them form and function through my hands by reclaiming this primitive technique. And to make them even more sacred, I took the slippers off of the shoe lace and wet felted them directly to Dave's feet. As I continue to create temperature changes and friction, the slippers get smaller and smaller, taking the shape of Dave's foot. They turned out so good. Dave absolutely loves them. They are soft, they are comfortable, and they are warm. You can see I use several different colors, creating beauty and diversity. So once again, these slippers are a blend of alpaca and churro sheep grown on our off-grid farm. Hand processed by me, the fiber has never even left the farm. All of the art we make is done completely by hand with no middlemen and no outsourcing. If you are inspired by this beautiful footwear and want to learn how to wet felt, I am teaching a mitten making workshop on January 13th in Phoenix, and I will link it below.
I am out here in the barn. We have a new baby arriving to our farm tonight. We got a call from somebody down in Phoenix on Saturday who had a baby alpaca born on Friday, and then the mama died on Saturday from a prolapsed uterus. And they were looking for somebody to rescue the cria because they were not in a position to bottle feed the baby around the clock. So, a newborn alpaca needs to get bottles every few hours or so, depending on weight gain and all of that kind of stuff. So Dave and I decided that we would go get the baby and bring it up to our farm, and that we would take care of it. So it's pretty dangerous for a baby alpaca to be orphaned. The best chance a baby alpaca has to survive on Earth is to be strongly bonded to its mama and to be nursing and getting all of that motherly love. So it is pretty risky to take a baby in like this, but Dave and I feel like we are stewards to the alpaca, and that we might be the best chance that the baby has to survive, considering the current owners were not in a position to do the bottle feedings. So he should be arriving anytime here. I've got a pen set up right here. We're gonna put, it's a female, we're gonna put her in the pen with the heat lamps. Since she's coming from Phoenix, it's a very different climate. We're at about 6,000 feet elevation in the high desert, and we've been having 20-degree nights. So I laid a bunch of hay down on the floor of the pen to make it a warmer space, so she'll bed down in the hay and hopefully be a little bit warmer up off the ground. Now we do have this mama here, Fiona, who has wet nursed a baby in the past. Now she's 2 weeks overdue. She hasn't had her baby yet. So our fingers are crossed that after she has her baby, hopefully she will adopt this orphaned baby, and that will just give this new baby the best chance of having a healthy, happy life. Because baby alpacas, when they're handled too much by humans, later in life they could actually have some behavioral issues, which is not good for the alpaca long term. So you got to be really careful with how you handle animals, because you don't want to imprint them in such a way that they could later in life become aggressive towards humans. So I hear Dave, he just pulled up. I could hear his truck, so stay tuned.
The next cell and right away. So what do you have, 3.5?
Yeah, it was about 3.6.
You heard that? They fed her 8 ounces before I got there, so she's pretty full.
Well, hopefully she poops. Okay, that's a baby. So we're gonna give the baby 3 different shots. They're little tiny needles, so just little pokes, but she's gonna get vitamins A and D and also BOSE. That's normally what we give newborns on our farm. And then we're also gonna give her some antibiotics. Dave called our vet today, and our vet suggested doing 3 days of antibiotics just to make sure she's free of infection. Okay. All right, come here, little baby. Come here, little baby. Come here. Oh, come here. So I'm gonna hold her between my legs. Feel for the marker. Little poke.
Do you want to get her temp too?
I do want to get her temp. You know what? That did not go in.
You can hand them to me if you want.
One more, little baby. Okay.
Where's the third one?
Do it down here. Come on, baby. She's got a fever. It's already 103.3.
Still going up?
104.1.
It's really high.
One oh 104.3. Creamy diarrhea.
So when you come out,
So sadly, this baby has a fever, 104.3, and she's also have some strange neuro stuff that she's doing with her head. So that's pretty concerning. And she has diarrhea as well. We did give her antibiotics. Our vet recommended that we give antibiotics for 3 days. So I actually had already given the antibiotics before I got the temp, so she's already been treated for an infection. But yeah, I don't know. Prayers for this baby, I guess.